All right. Good morning, ladies. Happy Saturday. Welcome to our annual Greater Working Women Summit in celebration of Women's History Month. Hello to all of you who are watching this on the replay. And if you're joining us for the very first time, welcome. We are so excited to be able to have three dynamic and amazing speakers on this morning who are going to empower you, encourage you, and equip you to be a greater working woman. So we're going to be talking about self-love, entrepreneurship, and mental health. And then we're going to have a roundtable discussion. So listen, sit tight, you guys. We will be on from 9 until 10 a.m. Eastern time. So listen, you got time to tag a girlfriend. Go ahead and share out this broadcast so that other women can join us and be empowered on this wonderful Saturday morning. So listen, let me know in the comment box where you guys are joining from. Let me know in the comment box from where you are joining from. You put down your city and your state. We want to shout you out. And we want to thank you so much for joining us. So listen, you guys, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. We have an amazing lineup this morning. First up, we have Ivraline Applewhite. She is an amazing woman who is on this discovery of self-love, and she's teaching other women how to love themselves. And I absolutely love it, you guys. So I want you guys to sit tight. Listen, grab your notebooks and be ready to take some good notes because Ivraline is going to let you know what it's all about and the importance of self love. So, ladies, are you ready? If you're ready, let me know in the comment box. Just say, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I am ready. So, Ivraline is going to let us know. Take it away, Ivraline.
Good morning. I am very happy to be with you on this Saturday morning. It is a beautiful day to celebrate living and being a woman. So, my name is Ivraline Applewhite, and I'm the owner of Selfie Nation, whose personal experience inspired me to encourage others to love themselves, flaws and all. I say that you are perfectly flawed and perfectly flawless. So, we just want you to think about what is going to bless you, what is going to help you, what is going to help you to grow. So, I say to you, seize the moment, as this is your time to start loving you. You have a great opportunity in this season to do great things for yourself and those with whom you are connected. How do you think you're going to do it? You're going to take the steps and trust that what is within you is greater than what is outside of you. It all starts with a decision. Here are 5 activities from the 21-day self love challenge to help you start your process. Activity 1: forgive yourself. There's a reason you decided to participate in this Women's Summit. When I began my journey, I was not loving myself to the fullest. No one was responsible for this but me. I had to, I had offended myself. And as we do with others, I had to apologize. So I looked in the mirror, spoke my truth, apologized, cried, and forgave me. From that point on, it was up to me to love Evelyn the way she needed, even if others didn't. You are the master of your internal kingdom and control for one reason. You are the master of your internal kingdom. I'm so sorry. And what you allow within. If you have given this power away for one reason or another, it is time to reclaim your power with a notice of under new management. Activity 2: write down 21 positive things about yourself. Positiveness, just as negativity, is a mindset that has been established through habit. Declare that today you break the shackle of negativity and will seek to view yourself and life through a more positive lens. This will not happen overnight and takes practice. As you face your day, attempt to manage your thoughts by processing your feelings and evaluating the situation through many perspectives. For example, if someone states something that you find offensive, stop and attempt to evaluate what was the individual trying to express. Not everyone is an expert at communicating. So it could be that what was meant to be said came out wrong. You cannot control them, but you can control how you respond. Respond positively to negativity. It takes two to argue, and if you don't engage, there's nothing to discuss. I know that is This is easier said than done, as I had to practice on my journey. Activity 3, evaluate your relationship and make plans to address any relationship that steals your peace. Peace is priceless. I will say that again. Peace is priceless. Take this time to evaluate your relationships and the people you allow to pour into you. It is this energy positive or negative? Relationships have ups and downs. Look deeper into the reason why you connected with this individual. If you find areas that challenge your peace, it is up to you to address and decide what the course of action will be. For some relationships, it may be that it is time to speak up and express yourself. The individual may not recognize how they make you feel and value you enough to be conscientious of their actions during interaction. For others, their season may be over. And now it is time to say goodbye in love to a relationship that may have once been a benefit to a previous stage in your life. You are in control of you. As such, you get to decide to whom you give access. Activity 4, write down 21 things that you are thankful for in your life. Use this time to focus on what you have and not what you lack or desire. There are many that don't have what you may be thankful for or take for granted. There is abundance even in your lack. Think about it. Are your basic needs for food, clothing, and shelter being met? Are you healthy or managing your medical condition? Do you have people you can lean on in your time of need? These things may or may not appear small to you, but are the answer to someone else's prayers. Activity 5, write at least one thing that you are hoping to do or receive. Hope is a motivator, and it inspires us to look for what has not been seen. It keeps you on a path to pursue. As you pursue, you grow because you are taking the steps needed to achieve that which you desire. You may start small or go big. It's up to you. May you enjoy your journey of loving you and have fun along the way. I leave you with this. You were born to be loved. Love is the source of your creation. Love is the source of your continuation. Love is why you are uniquely you. Love is what you must pursue. Don't get distracted trying to find a quick fix, as love is the source of everything. You can sign up for my newsletter at my website, which is appearing on the screen. I have a mailing list, and I, at least monthly, send out something to all the subscribers. I'm not going to spam you. I have things to do too. So do not worry. I will not bombard you unless I'm led to give good nuggets that may help you along your journey. You can also pick up the 21-day self-love challenge and participate in other activities because it is filled with activities and is filled with inspiration to have fun. Life is better when you're having fun, and we can have fun changing the world around us. I did it, and so can you. I also have a apparel and merchandise line for Selfie Nation, and you can pick that up at bit.ly/selfie. I'm sorry. You can pick that up at Selfie Nation, selfie-nation.myspreadshot.com. Right now, we're running a special 20% off everything in the shop. I want you to remind you to love you. I wear these, I bring the products because it helps me to just remember to love Ivraline. And it's a silent, and I know what it means, message to remind me to love me. All of my books that you saw on the bio are available on Amazon as well. The 21-day self-love challenge, I'm so sorry. The 21-day self-love challenge is available at bit.ly/selfie nation journal. You can also join my Facebook group, Selfie Nation, at facebook.com/groups/3601631071680. Follow me on Instagram at Instagram.com/Ivraline. It's just my first name. Let's have fun being better, doing better, and enjoying the life that we've been blessed to live. May you be blessed and may you enjoy being you. Any questions?
Any questions, ladies, about self love? Ireland, that was absolutely amazing. So, I have a question for you. What was the most transformative thing that you did in your self love journey?
Made a decision. Just when I forgave myself, it really was empowering because it was me looking inward and not outward. It was me saying, no matter what this person did, no matter what was going on in my life. And so the first, book is about my journey of finding me, the Selfie Nation one. And so it was me learning how to get a social life. That was my area of deficit. I did not have a social life. I worked, I went to church, I took care of my family, and I
Mhm.
worked in social services. And that imbalance drained me. So when I committed to having that social life by putting stuff on my calendar, by scheduling and planning, by going to work, preparing to go out. So Friday was my day. I go to work on Friday, ready to go somewhere, do something. I don't know. I'm ready. You call me, I'm ready. That helped me because it gave me something to look forward to, and it also reminded me. I also started taking selfies of myself, and that's where the Selfie Nation came at because we have to see ourselves. And so I wasn't big on taking selfies, but when I started taking photos of me, I saw me. And then I saw my growth and my development and how I was coming back to life. And I just celebrated all those little wins until I continued. And so now I continue to take them periodically. And that's maintenance to remind me to love me and to inspire others. If I can take photos of me, you can too.
I love it. I love it. I really so thank you so much for sharing on the importance of self love. I hope that you ladies took down those activities that she's given you, but better yet, just make sure that you go and purchase the journal because all of those activities are in there and more. It's definitely something to help you go on that journey because I know one thing as a woman, self love is not always easy. A
Mhm.
lot of times we cheat on ourselves with everybody else and everything else, and we put us on the back burner. So if you know that you are struggling or that you need help in that area, this journal is definitely going to help you get to that point. So, Ireland, thank you so much again. It was a pleasure of having you. You did an amazing job. So thank you
Thank you for
so
having me
much.
too.
Right. All right, you guys. So next up we have Georgette. Georgette is the preaching stylist, y'all. Listen, this little firecracker, I met Georgette some years ago. She was in my anthology series for women who had been teen moms, and she has just been on fire, fire, fire ever since then. And I am just so proud of her, of everything that she has accomplished and everything she has done. So listen, she's going to talk about entrepreneurship. So, all of my entrepreneurs out there, all of my aspiring entrepreneurs out there, listen, go ahead and take notes. Whatever your note taking system is, get ready to take notes because Georgette is going to bring it. All right, Georgette, it's all on you.
All righty. So, hello, everyone. Listen, I'm super excited and I'm thankful for having this opportunity to be able to come up here and just share with you a few things in regards to entrepreneurship. So, as Shantae said, I'm Georgette Cunningham, aka the Preaching Stylist. And the Lord gave me that name a few years ago when I decided to really step into entrepreneurship. So, when you think about entrepreneurship, what are some things that you think of, right? I can tell you some things I think of, I can tell you what it is, but I really want you to begin to think about what does being an entrepreneur looks like for me, because everybody's journey is different. And sometimes when you decide to make a step or a leap of faith, everyone is not going to be on board. Can you say welcome to entrepreneurship? So being an entrepreneur, It's someone who builds businesses, right? Someone who is willing to take risk and take chances. In other words, you're going to have to bet on yourself with these things. I am a licensed cosmetologist, but I am also an ordained evangelist. So that's where the name, the preaching stylist, came in, because I wanted to partner with God. I'm not just an entrepreneur, y'all. I am a kingdom entrepreneur, which simply means that we apply biblical principles with our business, that we just made a decision to partner with God. So all of you that maybe you're in the middle of being an entrepreneur, maybe you are thinking about it, maybe you have written it down, maybe you have some ideas, but you are a little nervous because you don't know how it's going to go. Well, I want to encourage you and say, take the faith. Okay. Let me tell you why. When you really partner with God in your business, you are going to see a manifestation of his promised word, whatever it is. So I want to encourage you, number one, to take a risk. You have to step out on faith. You have to believe in the vision that you know God has called you to do. Can I tell you something? That you are here on earth for a divine purpose, and it's going to work together for the good. If you don't remember nothing else I said, I want you to remember Romans 8:28, where it tells us that all things are going to work together for the good for those who love God. Okay, that's your second point. You have to love God. And two, the second point of the end of that scripture is, and those that are called according to his purpose. Listen, y'all, that's when it got to me. That's when the light bulb came off. I was out here doing hair, right? I was out here, just trying to do this thing on my own for a very long time. But then I realized I had to partner with God so that I can live for the purpose that he had called me while I'm here on earth. Okay. So take a risk, partner with God, and make sure you are literally betting on yourself. You're going to have to take a financial investment, right? I want to encourage you, before you get afraid of the investment you're going to have to make within yourself, I want to encourage you to do what you can with what you have. For years, I stumbled and I procrastinated because I was afraid that I could not do it because I didn't have the material that people thought I should have. I didn't have the fancy website, but what I did have was a promise on the inside of me, right? I knew that God has given me this passion to be able to help women to break past obstacles and produce things that they are, that they were called to do, to produce and give birth to their destiny. But I was afraid. Can I tell y'all something? You're going to have to stop procrastinating. You're going to have to stop putting off what you can do today until tomorrow. Why? Because that is what's stopping you from excelling into the life that God has for you and your business. Okay. Listen, look in your library. The material you need, the workbook you need, it was already in your house. It was already in my house, y'all. I'm telling you, there's some books, there's some materials that I was already building up for the appointed time. You may not can get the storefront right now, but what you can do is get in your closet and make an office out of it. What you can do is get you some books and start reading it, start studying on the material that you want to do. You want to be an author? You got to start hanging around authors. You got to start hanging around writers. You want to be a business owner? You need to start hanging around business owners. Why? Because you are making an investment in yourself. You cannot afford to just hang around anybody in this time and this season of you giving birth. As an entrepreneur, you're going to have to start hanging around them because you can glean from their experience. Oh, that's good. You can glean from their experience. When you start hanging around these people, you can say, I have a question. How did you start up your LLC? Some people have businesses, but they're not legal business. No, as a kingdom entrepreneur, you want to legalize everything. You want to have a bank account for your business where you're separating the business funds from your personal funds. You want to have an accountant. Listen, you want to have a business coach. You need somebody to help pour into you as you're pouring into other people. Listen, y'all, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it with a spirit of excellence. Invest in yourself. An LLC takes $125 in most states, right? All you got to do is get on that website and begin to just, research some things, Google some things, ask some people that you already hang around. Do they know this information? And if not, connect with somebody who does. I want to encourage you. I don't care how many no's you get, how many doubters is speaking in your ear or around you. I want to encourage you to never give up on your dream. Never give up on the pursuit of entrepreneurship. I can't lie and tell y'all it's going to be easy. But what I can promise you is that it's going to be worth the promise. You got to keep pushing. Hurt. Keep pushing. Life is happening. Keep pushing. I was a teenage mom, right? I never thought in a million years I would be able to open up a storefront. And can I tell you, I did it without a business loan. No glory to me, glory to God, because he will give you favor as long as you are connecting him and your business and partnering with him. He will give you favor to excel. When I go into my studio now, you know what? The first thing I'm doing, I'm praying, because I'm giving back to him what is his. Don't get the blessing and then mismanage it by excluding God from your business. Okay? So that's really all I have to say. I know we are on a time limit. I love you all. Again, my name is Georgette Cunningham, also known as a preaching stylist. Please follow me at Georgette Cunningham on social media, whether it's Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram. My website is www.georgettecunningham.com. I just finished my I'm so excited. My first devotional, y'all. It's called A Painful Promise. And in that book, I give strategies and tips on how to really wait how to wait and posture yourself before the Lord while waiting for him to manifest the promises that he made for you. So you can go onto my website. We are now taking pre-orders, and get your copy while you can.
Georgette, thank you so much for all of those nuggets for our business owners. So listen, can you share with us how you overcame a struggle as a business owner? Just one thing.
Okay, so one thing, wow. The lack of support from those who I thought I needed it from, right? So sometimes we start businesses and we think that, or we desire for our family and friends to be like our number one supporters. And we get discouraged because of that. How I overcame that is I started thinking beyond local. I started thinking about more of people that I don't even know meeting me, right? So I got encouraged. I had to encourage myself and say, you know what? Your business is bigger than just your immediate family and your circle. Your business is global. So I had to start thinking of a mindset of being global and really expecting God to connect me with people all over the globe. And that's what he did.
Listen, that's good right there. That's key, because I think sometimes we do get discouraged because we have an expectation about people that they never agreed to meet.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get in our feelings and we think, well, I thought. And it's, listen, when we do these businesses, y'all, they're not for family and friends. We're creating a solution to a problem to help people that we haven't met yet. And I think we lose sight of that. So that was amazing. I'm glad you shared that. That was amazing. So y'all make sure that you guys are following Georgette. Go to her website and pre-order her first devotional list. This is just the one of many. This is just a one of many, and she has done an amazing job. So make sure that you guys are connected. Make sure that you get what is needed so that you can be a success as well. So Georgette, thank you so much for sharing those jewels. It was absolutely amazing and right on time. All right, you guys. So we're going to do a giveaway, right? So listen, I forgot I got all these giveaways over here sitting next to me that we need to give away. So we have 5 giveaways. Now we're going to do a couple more towards the end. But here's what I want. Let me know where you are watching from, right? Let me know where you are watching from. And the first one I see is going to get the first giveaway. So the first giveaway is it's a t-shirt and a book. All right, I don't know what size this t-shirt is. I'm trying to get rid of all this inventory. So let me know, you guys. Let me know. Drop in where you are watching from. Akron, Ohio. All right, so April gets the first giveaway. Thank you so much, April, for tuning in from Akron, Ohio. So listen, do I have any business owners that are watching this morning? If you are a business owner, right, drop the name of your business. If you are a business owner, drop the name of your business. Drop the name of your business. All right. Drop the name of your business. All of my business owners that are watching, And if you are on this self-love walk, right? Let me know one thing that you took away from Ivaline's presentation. All right. One thing that you took away from Ivaline's presentation on self-love. And then all of my business owners, I need you to drop your business name in the comment box. Sprinkles by April. April is a pink zebra consultant, and she does an amazing job. I have a lot of her stuff and I love it. I love the smell of it. So you guys, let me know. Let me know. We're gonna come back and do some more door prizes as we go along. But I don't listen. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. You make sure that you guys are sharing out this broadcast. Make sure that you're tagging other women. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, go ahead and share it. Share it with somebody, and so they can join us, because we have one more amazing speaker, and then we're gonna have a roundtable discussion, y'all. It's gonna be good, right? It's going to be good. So our next speaker up is Regina Hood, y'all. So let me tell you, I've been knowing Gina for like years. Gina is like my girl, right? You know, you have these people you meet in life and you guys connect that you would have never connected had God not made you had a divine appointment. And so Gina is one of those sisters who we have known each other for years. She is dear to my heart. I love her so much. And she is a licensed counselor, mental health professional. And so she's going to be talking to us today on mental health, y'all. Listen, I know that mental health now is kind of looked down upon. It's thrown out so much that it's losing its importance, but it's very important. It's not anything for you to be ashamed of. It's not anything for you to look down upon. All right. So we all want to make sure that our mental health is together. All right, so you guys, here is my sister Gina. Gina, take it away.
Good morning, lovely ladies. I am so excited to be a part of this wonderful story this morning with Shantae, to share her platform with her. I am Regina W. Hood, licensed professional counselor. I am a counselor by education, but I do honor God and a woman of faith and an ambassador of Christ. And one of the things that I want to make sure that I get across is that mental health is nothing to be ashamed of. And that is part of my motto, to help people move from just surviving to thriving. And in order to do that, we have to make sure that we deal with our whole self, emotionally, spiritually, physically. We have to make sure that we take care of ourselves in all those areas. And I am not ashamed to talk about mental health, because I have a history of mental health in my own family. And also, just growing up, being exposed to those things. I have to be transparent about my own journey in order to help other people. And so that's why I want to talk to you about mental health. Mental health has been around for a long time. However, it's been a lot of misconceptions about mental health, especially in the Christian community. And that's what I want to make sure that I bring awareness on my platform, to talk more in depth about mental health. And so, especially with the Christians, I want you to know there's nothing to be ashamed of. Even Jesus suffered on the cross, and he said, "Father, why have thou have forsaken me?" That means he was having some emotional pain. So if Jesus here on earth was able to feel those emotions, then guess what? We are not, prevalent to not doing it ourselves. So, and think about what the Word of God said. He want us to prosper. He want us to prosper in our health. He want us to prosper as well as our soul prosper. That means our mind, our will, and our emotions. God care about those things. And so when we look at mental health, I want you to think about the prevalence of how it's become an epidemic right now. We talk about spirituality, but in order to get to the root of it, we got to understand the foundation of what mental we think. It affects the way we behave. It affects the way how we treat others. Okay. And so when we look at mental health, I want to talk about suicide, depression, and anxiety. Based on research, in 2020, there were an estimate of 1.2 million suicide attempts. That's pretty high. So we know that we fall in that category, right? Now, I want you to know that there are some warning signs for suicide. So if you're aware of this, then it will help educate you and your family as well. Talking about wanting to die or kill oneself. And I don't want you to take this as, oh my God, this person just thinking about it. If they're thinking about it, if they're saying something about it, you need to specifically ask them, do you plan on killing yourself? It's like, what? Yes, you have to be that blunt because we can't play when it comes to suicide because this is a serious matter. If they're talking about it, if they're feeling down, if they are isolating, if you see those signs, those are warning signs. There are also risk factors to suicide. Basically, one is having a family history of. And again, a lot of us don't talk about it. Okay. So we need to know that having a family history of suicide, um, if someone had previous attempts, and also cultural and religious beliefs. Beliefs that suicide is noble resolution to the dilemma. Also, the stigma is also a risk factor. If you are a Christian and you're struggling with a mental health illness, a lot of time there's a lot of shame attached to that, and that increases suicide ideation. Okay, we want to give you some strategies to prevent suicide, strengthening the household financial security, plan, save, be aware of your spending habits. Again, there's a lot of research that goes back to when a person that is feeling down and upset and stressed, guess what they start doing? Shopping, spending money. And a philosophy that I live by, and I talk this a lot, when the your emotions are high, guess what? Your wisdom is low. Okay, so we want to make sure that we address any financial um, situation in our home. We want to make sure that we get mental health coverage at work for our insurance. We want to make sure that we follow up and have our annuals done each year because psychology teaches about mental health, but mental health is also a medical issue as well. Okay. You want to create protective environments. You want to reduce the access to lethal means among your family. Okay. You want to promote different programs within your community. So hat goes off to Shantae at this moment because she is bringing awareness. She's getting connected, to other people. That's what we need to do. Get around people that are not like you. Okay. So you want to increase that phenomenon of social networking. Okay. You also want to self-report. If you see someone else that is struggling, don't ignore it. Let somebody know. Talk to a family member. When we look at depression and anxiety are the two most leading um, uh, disorders that is connected to suicide. So you want to know the warning signs of depression. It is a serious illness. If you feel low, lack of interest, fatigue, sleeping a lot, or either not sleeping at all, these are signs of depression. If you have been enjoying an activity, was motivated all the time, and all of a sudden you feel like I'm not motivated, I'm having stomach issues, all that relates back to depression, especially isolation. Okay. So it's also ways to cope. Okay. You want to get the proper rest. You want to exercise. You want to um, get lots of sleep. You want to eat right. You want to think about what are you putting inside your body. Okay. You have to monitor those things. A lot of sugar, a lot of carbs, definitely nutrition. You want to definitely exercise. You want to start journaling because research has shown that information is held in the nervous system. And so when things are held in, then the cortisol levels in your body rises. So you want to decrease those stress hormones, right? So guess what? Start exercising. Um, have some daily gratitude. Think about what the word of God says. Think on the things that are what? That are pure, that are just, that are good report. So having that little strategy in your life daily, to say, what am I grateful for? For example, if you're going to work and you don't like your job, but you know you don't have the means at that moment to get another job, just continue to saying, I hate my job, I hate my job. What do you think that's going to do for us, right? So we want to be able to find the silver lining, like saying, God, you know what? I may not be pleased with where I'm at right now, but I am grateful that I do have income coming in. Okay. So another disability, not disability, but another disorder that we want to talk about is anxiety. Anxiety comes in different forms, from worrying about, things that you don't have control over. Okay, it can be about your job, it can be about your children, other stress, for even be worried about your physical health. So when we start to worry, that exacerbates our emotions, and then you begin to feel that worry in different parts of our body. Whether you feel a tightness in your chest, whether you start to staying up late at night, can't concentrate, um, even start to being obsessive about certain things, such as, getting on the internet and staying on there all night, not being able to sleep. And so when you're not able to sleep, the most people think, hey, I just, get on YouTube. Well, the more you stay on there, the more you're going to stay up. So you want to definitely, monitor your screen time as well. You want to start, in order to address anxiety, you want to start doing some deep breathing exercises again. You want to start journaling, exercise. So depression and anxiety, some of those coping skills, they're pretty much intertwined with each other. Definitely doing some mindfulness activities is helpful as well. And then when we look at what the word says, you want to start trusting what God says, reading his words, because I'd be remiss to not talk about what God says about when it comes to not worrying and not being anxious for anything. That doesn't necessarily mean that we won't feel those things in our body. We want to acknowledge, God, I am feeling this anxiousness in my heart, and God is there. He's a God of a present help. So we want to make sure that we are trusting God, um, reading his word, praying every day, meditating on his word. Again, thinking on the things that appear in just and of good report. Okay. And so I want to let you know that the enemy is here to seek, to steal, kill, and destroy. He wants to kill our mindset. He wants to destroy our vision that we have. So I encourage you to write those things down, because the enemy is busy and he wants to come in and destroy your mind. He wants to take that thought and then turn it into something evil. But I'm encourage you today to think on the things that are pure and just, and don't suffer in silence. So as we get ready to end, I want you to take down a number for suicide hotline, which is 1-800-237-TALK. You can also text NAMI to 741-741. Okay, that's the National Alliance on Mental Health. Okay. Before we end here, I want to encourage you, like if you want to schedule an appointment with me or any other licensed professional counselor, but I'm here available. I'm telehealth, and you can find me at ggibbsconsultant.com. You can also find me on Facebook at G Gibbs Consultant LLC, or under my name, Regina W. Hood. I also have merchandise, and I also have a book that is currently published, From Detours to Destination. If you want to find out more about mental health from a Christian perspective, then get my book, From Detours to Destination, Addressing Mental Health from a Christian Perspective. It is found on Amazon. You can also go on my page at ggibbsconsultant.com, and you can click on the link to book for different speaking engagement. I'm taking engagement for churches, as well as any presentations for schools and education. I just want to make sure that we bring awareness. Also on my website, I have different merchandise that you can look at as it relates to different faith-based t-shirts, and I'll look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
Amazing, Gina. Thank you so much for sharing that presentation on mental health. I want to ask you this. So, how how do we, um as Black women,
Mhm.
right, not be afraid to acknowledge that there is an issue beyond I'm just having a bad day?
Well, you got to look for those warning signs. If you see that you are struggling more than a week or two, if it goes over into a week or two, then definitely you need to start to reevaluate and assess, because all of us have bad days, right? So when it interferes with how you start treating other people, when it start to interfere with your work habits, when it start to interfere with things that you were engaged in, and all of a sudden then you're not motivated to do those things anymore. For example, if you like going running every week and you notice over the week or so, it's like, I haven't had any motivation to even go running anymore. I just don't feel it. And a lot of time people's like, well, I don't run anymore, because they don't really think about that this may definitely be a mental health issue that they need to address. So you want to kind of start monitoring your behavior.
Yeah, I know that we are masters at sweeping stuff under the rug
Mhm.
and not dealing with it.
Absolutely.
We'll say, well, oh, it's just a season, or I'm gonna get over it. There's a distinct difference
It
between
is.
somebody having um a season versus it becoming slowly a lifestyle. And I know
Right.
for me personally, it was that I didn't even realize that I was depressed. Like, I was just going through life and going through the motions and showing up and smiling and doing the things that I know I needed to do. But it
Mhm.
wasn't until I sat with myself one day and I was like, "You're depressed,"
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
you
That's
know?
why it's important to understand the warning signs.
Hmm.
Sleeping, a lot, or not sleeping at all.
Right? Overcompensating can be a warning sign as well.
Yes, distracting yourself. And again, being a licensed professional counselor, you got to understand that it's okay to distract yourself. But then when you start distracting yourself to the point is interfering with
Right.
with your functioning of life, things that you really need to take care of, then
Mhm.
you've taken distraction, you know, to the max of it become a dysfunctionality.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. I love it. So y'all listen, type your key takeaway from this presentation from Gina on mental health. Type your key takeaway. We have two more door prizes to give away. The last one is not going to be given away until we do our roundtable discussion, which is coming up right after this. So you're so welcome to all of our winners who shared where they were watching in from. Thank you so much, April. Thank you so much, Pastor Gordon. Thank you so much, Kiera. Thank you so much, Taryn. So you guys, listen, for all of you who have already won, make sure that you inbox your mailing address or email me info@greaterwomen.com. But I want to make sure that we understand the importance, because mental health is one of those things that's such a buzzword now that
Yes.
when we see, we kind of gloss over it,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
But it's something that we have to pay attention to. And even with our own, and I for Black women in general, we're so used to being the strong woman. And I hate that terminology. I hate when people, oh,
Mhm.
she's just a strong Black woman. There's no other culture has that adjective before their name. You don't hear the term a strong white woman, a strong Asian woman, a strong, you know,
Yes,
um, Egyptian woman, a strong Chinese woman. You don't hear that term with any other ethnic group except for us.
that's right.
And we have bought into that narrative for so long that
Mhm.
it has now become a part of who we are.
Absolutely.
And I want us to lose that, y'all, because we are just a woman. I'm just a Black woman. I may have some traits that may come off as I am strong, but don't label me as a strong Black woman.
Hmm. That's
I'm
right.
not buying that narrative anymore. Right. So
That's
you
it.
guys go ahead and drop your key takeaways. You get ready to have our round table discussion. All right. Oh, so this is good. Who is this? Whoever put this comment in there, y'all put your name out, please. If you find yourself feeling some type of way, then yes, whoever put that comment up, type your name in next, because I love that, because that is key, because we're so used to going, going, going,
Hmm.
right? that we think, oh, I'll eventually get over it. What happens
Right.
when a month has gone by, 2
Mm-hmm.
months go by, and you're still not over it? And then, because family members are uneducated, oh, you be okay, girl. You'll
Mm-hmm.
be okay, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
got to stop doing that to ourselves. So whoever put this comment, Christy. All right, Christy, you are the winner of this door prize. I think I have your mailing address. All right, so we have our last one that we're going to give away during our roundtable discussion. So I'm going to bring all of our speakers back so that we can do the roundtable discussion, y'all. So okay, hold on. All right, Georgette, I need you to unmute yourself. It won't let me unmute you.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, you guys. So listen, in this roundtable discussion, I have a couple of, well, maybe we'll just do one question because we're at 9:52. But one of the things I want us to discuss is the narrative that women can't work with each other.
Mm.
And so yeah, that one right there. And let's go ahead and be real. Black women can't work
Mm-hmm.
with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want us to go around and just to give your opinion or a word of advice that's going to kill that narrative, because I don't believe in that at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I am intentional about collaborating with other women who look like me and who don't look like me. But I'm more intentional in doing ones that look like me because I want to make sure, first of all, I'm not in competition with you.
That's
Come
right.
on.
That's
Yes.
I don't care if we are in the same industry. I've helped people in my industry. I'm not I'm not intimidated. I'm not feared. I don't think they're going to steal clients because guess what? There's over a billion people in
mm-hmm.
this world.
That
Mm-hmm.
part.
Right.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't care if we in the same state and doing the same thing.
Right.
Our reach is different. So
Mm-hmm.
I want us to talk about that.
Oh, I would jump right in. I love that one. So you said something key. I feel like I do not believe that Black women cannot work together. I think that when we do come together, we're forced to be reckoned with. The
Mm-hmm.
problem that I've seen is a lot of Black women don't know their identity. So when another woman come who is about her business, you know what I'm saying? Instead of them getting inspired and collaborating, they get intimidated and jealous. And they begin to speak negativity against that woman and be like, oh, I can't work with her. Or that woman feel like she's the only one that got to do this. Do you know how many Black women that are hairstylists, that are makeup artists, that I've actually cool with, get nuggets from? See, we don't want to, I'm not going to say we, women don't want to really glean and don't want to humble themselves because they feel like they can do it themselves. But I believe there's a bunch of us who are powerful. I mean, I have people that are doing better than me. And I love it. I was just having this conversation with one of my sisters yesterday. And I said, we also want to hang with people who are smarter than us. Why you got to be the only smart one in the room?
Right.
You like when people don't know who their identity is, they like to hang around people that are weak-minded, not because they want to help elevate them, but because they feel like they can dominate. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that stigma is played out, number one, because I've worked and I've done some amazing things with a lot of Black women. I'm telling you, and I seen the best fruits lasting because of it. We just have to know who we are and don't be afraid to sit at tables that people
Mm-hmm.
who are smarter than you, have bigger degrees than you, have more money than
Right.
you, all of that good
Right.
stuff. So that's my stance on it.
Right. Yeah,
I
and I
would
just want to concur with that.
go ahead.
I just want to concur what Georgette just said. It's all about self-reflection. I think that's a misrepresentation, definitely, about African American women. We are known to be the strong Black women. There's a paradigm shift. Of course, when it comes to Black men, and then therefore we take on this ego of I got to be the alpha. But it's a lot about self-reflection and being transparent. First, you got to look in the mirror and recognize your own self and your own strength and weaknesses. And as a therapist, I see it's hard for a lot of women to start talking about their weaknesses. Like they're really quick about talking about their strength. But what are some of your weaknesses and how can you use those weaknesses in a way to help elevate yourself? Because in order for us to be great, we got to recognize where we're weak at. And we don't want to do that a lot of times. So when we get in a room with people that solidify us and say, oh, I'm not good at that, why not look at that as a self-reflection and try to do better? Or get with that person. Hey, Shante, I know that I noticed that you articulate things very well. Give me some nuggets on how to do that. We got to be okay with being in the room with people that are different than us, not just as African American, but just different in general, different in our gifts. And go back to what the word of God said, it's what each joint supply. If we take that one concept, I need every one of you beautiful ladies here on this platform. But guess what? You guys need some from me as well. Why can't we just work together? Because if you continue to use one part in the body, guess what? It's going to eventually burn out. So we have to be able to exalt others and not put ourselves above other people. And also not thinking that we got to put someone's light out in order for us to shine. But be true to thy own self. That's the most important thing. Self-reflection, self-awareness. And that is the highest level on the Maslow hierarchy of needs. And that's what is called self-actualization.
Yes, ma'am.
Self-actualization basically means that I accept all of me, my good, my bad, my ugly, and I'm not ashamed of it. So that's why we got to get rid of that shame stigma, that doubt stigma, okay? And those labels that we're giving ourselves. Because when we are getting in front of people and we're talking and we're smiling, but yet you go home and you feel bad about yourself. That's what's really going on.
Mm-hmm.
People that are hurt, they have this masking, mentality that is called an imposter syndrome. Okay, I'm teaching too much. Let me stop. But anyway,
And I would chime in and say, iron sharpens iron.
that's
You
it.
cannot grow around others that are not growing with you. So one of the
Mhm.
things that, that is a misconception, because I would not be here today if it wasn't for you, Shante. And it's been a collaboration since the beginning. I did not plan to be an author. I always knew I could write, but when you started that challenge, that's when I joined, and we've been connected ever since. So that's 2017, a long time. And so so we have to look at, even when you say weaknesses, like I work in social work, so we have strength-based language, so it's areas of opportunity. So if you don't like your weaknesses, it's your area of opportunity. I know people have things and gifts that I do not have. I stay in my lane. I'll use someone else's gift, because that's how you maximize. If you see the people that are elevated and they go higher, they're surrounding themselves with people that have what they do
Man,
not have. They're collaborating. I collaborate in my job every day. I can't do my job without collaborating with someone else. So it doesn't matter the race, and who I'm working with. And so we have to look at, what are we bringing to the world? God has given us unique gifts, and those gifts we are the masters of. So when we rock our lane, can't nobody stop us.
that's right.
That's
I
it.
love
I
it.
love it. Oh my gosh. Y'all, so let me just share everything that you guys said has been right on point. So I know for me personally, because I bought into the stigma of a strong Black woman, I was afraid of my weaknesses. I was afraid of people knowing areas that I wasn't strong in. So
Mm,
therefore, I only displayed the strong areas, and I didn't want anybody to know, because I thought it
right.
meant that I was a weak. I thought it meant that I wasn't
Mhm.
qualified. I thought it meant that I wasn't anybody. I thought it limited and lowered who I was. But little did I know that that was an opportunity, right?
That's
For me
right.
to meet somebody else who's stronger in the area that I can either glean from, learn from, be mentored in, be taught in, or either
Mhm.
say, hey, is there something, can I hire you to do this?
That's
Let
right.
me tell you, but now your girl be like, send me the invoice.
Yeah.
I value my time more than me trying to figure stuff out.
That's
If
right.
you know how to do it, baby, you ain't got to give me no sales pitch, because I need to move to the next thing.
That's right.
Send me the invoice, right? And so
That's
I
it.
can keep moving. And
Mhm.
so I think we have to stop looking at our weaknesses as a character deficiency.
That's right.
and looking at it as an opportunity for collaboration.
That's
Yes.
it. That's strength-based approach all
God
day.
did not make us an island. He made us codependent for a
That's
reason,
right.
y'all.
Yes.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm supposed to depend on my sister. Now it's up to her whether or not she takes care of her end of the bargain. But what happens
That's
is
right.
we depend on people, the wrong people, because we're not using discernment and wisdom.
That's
Come
it.
on.
Now we have this thing where I don't even want nobody. Let me tell y'all.
Come on.
Before I relocated from Mississippi to South Carolina, I had a fallout with my very best girlfriend. And because of that fallout, I said, I don't want to deal with no more women. Now, how you gonna have a women's ministry and don't want to deal with women?
A lot of women that got that
Figure
perspective.
that out. I said, God, I don't need no more best friends. Like, I'm
Mhm.
done with that. I don't want anybody else in my life that's that close to me because I just cannot, because women are just messy.
Right.
That's where my mindset was. But let me tell you, God ignored me. Because little did he know, he connected me with women instantly. And
Right.
we connected so quick. I was just like, before I even could recognize we connected, I was like, hold up. How you get in this garden space?
Mhm.
That's
That's right.
like Deborah Cox. How did you get here?
Right.
Like,
Hello. Right.
but you know what? I'm so glad that I didn't allow one mishandled relationship stop me from having relationships with other people. And that's what happened.
That's
We
what
get so
happens.
hurt over one
Over one. That's
that
right.
we block out the many.
Yeah.
Right? We can't help other people have issues. We can't help other people choose not to treat us the right way. That's
Mhm.
not our problem, even though we the casualty of their war. It's their problem, right?
Yes.
Right.
And so, as Black women, if we would look at the bigger picture, and this is not an issue with all Black women, so I'm not stigmatizing Black women. So please don't tell me she talking about no. But let's be honest,
Mhm.
okay? We keeping it real on this platform. Let's be honest. How many Black women are you collaborating with?
That's
How
right.
many Black women are you gossiping about? How many Black women do you turn your nose at? Right? Let's
Mhm.
be honest,
That's
right?
right.
So
Mhm.
before you go and say she's generalizing, I want you to look in the mirror and say, well, how many am I really collaborating with and
That's
not
right.
trying to compete with?
Awesome.
Yes.
Love
Right?
it.
So yeah, listen, we are better together. You know what I'm saying? And we have to believe that and we have to buy into it.
That's right.
Right? We have to buy into it. And Taryn, you're right. It was attack of the enemy. And I didn't even realize that, right? And let me tell y'all something. I was saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost, and still was like, I'm done.
Right.
That's right.
I was like, I'm done.
Right.
Game over. Houston, we have a problem, and I've solved it. that was my answer. I was like, yeah, Houston, we got a problem, but I got the solution.
That's
But
right.
but I'm so glad that I allow God to, and we have to allow that healing part,
Yes.
into that. We have to allow our hearts to be healed. First, we
That's
have
right.
to acknowledge, what Gina really did me wrong, but I can't allow myself to stay on what Gina did to me.
That's right.
Yes.
I may never get an apology, but I'm going to make sure that I do my part,
Mhm.
that I'm healed, whole, and that this is not being a hindrance to me.
That's
Yes.
right.
That's where we get stuck at.
That's where we
Yeah.
get stuck.
We want to talk that happened 10 years ago. If you still stuck on 10 years ago, you need a therapist.
Right. That's
I'm
right.
going to need you to go to Gina's website and sign up for a session.
Because I ain't carrying you in my spirit.
That's right.
You get no ride here. I will forgive you and keep enjoying my life.
That's right.
I ain't gonna be thinking about you like
need
that. I got more
some
things to do.
help, right? And so I did. So I do. So if anything else that you guys want to share, on that table discussion, even as you were talking, I think I'm going to do this monthly and just host roundtable discussions with women on different topics on Saturday mornings, just for us to talk about it, right? So if you are interested, here I am adding something else to my plate. But Lord, listen, we're gonna work it out. we
Work it out, Jesus.
we gonna work it out. So if you are interested in participating in a roundtable discussion, send me an email, info@greaterwomen.com. Y'all don't inbox me on this one. All right. Please send me an email, info@greaterwomen.com. I don't listen, and I don't know what the roundtable discussion is going to be about. We just go whenever we come on, we're going to talk about something. Like they didn't know what the roundtable discussion was. Like, because I don't like prepped answers. I despise prepped answers. I don't need y'all to be safe. I need y'all to be honest, real, and transparent.
Amen.
Right? That's how we get free and we help free other people.
Yeah.
I think sometimes people see us and they think we have it all together,
That's right.
and we try to perceive that we have it all together. But when you look behind the doors, you be like, "Ooh, I can't even see the carpet." Yeah,
Yeah.
that part.
Yes.
All right. So if you guys have any lasting words that you want to share, you are open to do that. And then we're going to do our let me see with our last oh, Georgette said I forgot to do the takeaway for the business. So if you were watching while Georgette was doing her presentation on entrepreneurship, please post a takeaway. info@greaterwomen.com. Let me see if I can put that up real quick. Hold on. If I can spell. All right, so send me an email at see, that's still wrong. Hold on, y'all. Greater. You would think with a little education I can know how to spell my own stuff.
That's why they make spell check. That's why they make spell check.
So send me an email, info@greaterwomen.com, if you would like to participate in the roundtable discussions. We'll do it once a month. I don't know. This is third Saturday. Third Saturdays, it might be an okay Saturday. We'll see. It may be third Saturday mornings. It'll be in the morning. So this one was at 9 because we had the summit, but the roundtable discussion may be a little earlier. We'll see. But 9 may be a good, that way I can sleep in. Y'all see all about me. I know.
Well, I'm an hour ahead, so I mean behind you. So
you're welcome. All right, you guys, go ahead and anything else you want to share, either on your topic or just in general. Remind people, where they can follow you. If you have a product or a service, remind them of that as well as we close out.
Alrighty, well, I'll jump in then. So again, y'all, I'm the preaching stylist. I just released my first devotional, A Painful Promise. It is available for pre-order. So please do me a favor, go to my website, GeorgetteCunningham.com, and pre-order your copy today. The last final words I want to leave with you all is, do not allow fear and frustration to stop you from your pursuit of entrepreneurship.
And I'm Ivraline Applewhite with Selfie Nation, and I just want to inspire you to love you. It is a beautiful thing when you get to know yourself, because you're not as offended by what people say or think about you, because you know who you are and who God created you to be. When you go back to the original model, not the one that the world gave you, not the one that pain gave you, you have victory. And I am a living proof of that. And I love me, and I want to see other women love themselves. So sign up for the newsletter. I make it simple, IvalineJApplewhite.com. And if I have something to share, you will not miss out. Can't make it no easier than that. Be blessed.
Share your book.
Oh, sorry. 21-day self-love challenge, as we talked about. What I love about it is that you can use it in any way you want. It is not restrictive, even in the activities. So you can continuously use this month after month and challenge yourself, because it's exploratory and engaging. And you can find it on Amazon, or you can go to bit.ly/Selfie Nation Journal. And for those that do use the bit.ly Selfie Nation Journal, and I autograph all my books, and I don't know how you'll send me a message when you pay, but I do write messages for those that want to, of inspiration in their books. So I pray and I give you what comes out.
Awesome. And also for me at ggivesconsultant.com, if you're looking for a therapist that cares about your soul, that can help you move from just surviving to thriving, then go over to my website at www.ggivesconsultant.com. You can see also my booking information, the hours of operation. You can also have access to my book, which is also found on Amazon.com, but you can find the link within my website, as well as merchandise as well. Okay.
Awesome. Again, ladies, thank you so much. You guys have done a wonderful job and granted immense value to this annual Greater Working Women Summit. Y'all, I love putting on this summit every year because I get to showcase amazing women and what they do, and I absolutely love it. So today, I want to say today, well, to me, it's always every year gets gooder and gooder, and I know that's not correct English, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Every year gets gooder and gooder. And so I'm absolutely amazing, you guys. So listen, you guys, I am hosting Grace for Women's Conference. This is the 5th year. And when I tell you this 5th year is amazing, OMG, it's going to be a 2-day celebration. So if you have these dates free, October 20th through the 21st, I want to see you in Columbia, South Carolina. Going to be finalizing the venue this month. Friday is going to be our little black dress dinner celebration. So listen, come cute. All right. You want to come cute. And then Saturday, we're going to have our prayer. We're going to open up with our prayer breakfast for the very first time. And then we're going to have conference sessions. So Saturday, we will be in tutus and Converse. Now, listen, you be like, Shantae, I don't do tutus and Converse. Well, that's fine. Come comfortable. All right. So we don't do women's conference as usual. We do women's conference. We talk about life stuff. All right. So there's no, preaching, praying, prophesying. We don't have a worship team or anything like that. We get down to the nitty gritty and helping you walk in the purpose that God has already created you to be. So early bird registration special is $97 through the end of this month, y'all. So Afterpay is available. You can go to the website, greaterwomen.com, and go ahead and register. Early bird vendor registration is $100. We have 3 spaces left. So if you're thinking about that, you definitely want to make sure that you go ahead and get that space. I don't do a whole bunch of vendors. I only do 1 vendor per industry because I don't want women to feel like they have to compete to make their money back. I make it easy for them to make their investment back. So 2 of our speakers, you guys, my mother is going to be doing the prayer breakfast. Y'all, let me tell you something. My mama gonna teach, so I'm gonna need y'all to be ready. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. She coming, she teaching. You need to be ready. One of our conference speakers is going to be Dr. Stephanie Kirkland. This is an amazing woman, one of my mentors. She's absolutely awesome. I love her, love her, love her. Let me tell you something. She breaks stuff down so simple that if you don't get it, you just ain't trying to get it. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. So another thing that we're doing in preparation of the conference, we're doing a commemorative conference magazine. So you can get a full page ad for $50 or you can get a patron ad for $10. So you definitely want to take a look into that. August the 1st is the deadline for any of those 2 things to be purchased because we want to make sure that we get our magazine into our printer in time enough for it to be printed and ready for the conference. And then if you would like to be a sponsor, you can do that as well. If you have something that you want to go inside of the swag bags, or if you just want to be a sponsor, it's $25. And if you are sending us something, we need to have your items no later than September the 1st. And we need at least 50 of those items. All right. So our goal is to have 50 women registered. I think we have around 10-ish so far. So listen, I'm definitely, I'm praying God's going to do 50 this year. I don't do big numbers. I like it intimate and small because I want women to feel safe. I want women to feel safe. You can stop and ask questions. Like when I tell you it is a informal, empowering event, that's exactly what it is. And we also host a summer Bible study every year. This year we will be in the book of Ruth. So if you would like to join us, we start May the 1st. We go through June 19th. We meet every Monday from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So with this book also comes videos, and you'll be able to watch the videos on your own versus waiting for me to send it out, or we would actually watch it together. So we're going to have an amazing time going through the book of Ruth. I already have my book and I've been going through it. And it's amazing, y'all. Let me tell you something. I love, love, love the book of Ruth. And I always, always, always learn something new every time that I go through it. And so the last thing I want to share, y'all, I launched Naomi's Circle this year. And this is a space for licensed female clergy members. So for all of my ladies there who have been licensed in any office of the ministry, we invite you to join us every 4th Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern time. We meet for 1 hour and we dive into a topic of the month. So March is going to be spiritual maturity. and it's going to be amazing. So if you would like to join us, you can register at bit.ly/Naomi's Circle. I didn't put that in the captions of the video, but I'll post it again. You guys can follow me on Facebook, and you guys can see all that information. I am super excited about this, you guys. This is a very special curated community for me, especially for female clergy members, and sometimes it can be difficult being a woman and serving in ministry and the different things that we go through. So this is a safe place for you to share, for you to glean, to gain wisdom. We just have a great time. So I'm super excited, y'all. So if you guys have any, I didn't think I see any questions. If you have any questions for any of our speakers, you missed the book information for Ruth. All right, so let me show that again. And the book is at lifeway.com. I don't think I said that. The book is at lifeway.com, and it is, I want to say, like a little over $20. A little over $20. So you go to lifeway.com, and it's Kelly Miranda. And actually, she redid this book recently. I want to say she released it last year, and it's really, really good. So I'm excited about that. So if you're looking for a small group Bible study, ladies, this is it. This is it. So we have a great time. This is like the 1, 2, 3, 4. This may be like the 5th study that we've done. Prior to COVID, I actually hosted it in my home. So it was a small group Bible study in home. But when COVID came, of course, we went virtual. Then when we went virtual, I had a lot of women who weren't even in my area that were interested. And I was like, oh, wow. So I just kept it virtual. So there is that. So if you're interested, definitely we would love to have you. We have an amazing time. All right, ladies. Thank you so much for joining. To all of my wonderful speakers, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Listen, you guys, have an amazing rest of your weekend. And as we say, no matter what God allows to come our way, He's already graced us to handle it so that we can have a greater working day on purpose. You guys have an amazing one. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.